I'm Shelton Wilder, and welcome to Wilder Possibilities Podcast, where each episode follows an entrepreneur's journey into the transformative power of that light bulb moment where everything clicks. I call that the click. Those pivotal points that redefine our futures, illuminate paths to success, and even change the world. Now let's get wilder. Hi friends, welcome back to Wilder Possibilities Podcast. And today I have an amazing entrepreneur here, Carol Roizon, and she owns Parakeet Café. Not just one, but 12?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay, you own 8 right now. And then where did I read that it was 12? Was it more opening?
We have a few juice bars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's considered.
Yeah. Parakeet juicery.
Okay. So 12.
So in total 12.
Don't make yourself smaller.
12.
Okay, Carol has 12. And it's so amazing and such a hard thing to do. And I was so excited that I go to your restaurant all the time in Brentwood. Thank God you opened one.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course. And your beautiful daughter Michelle's here. So I was so excited. So I like to have people on that I love their businesses and entrepreneurs that I respect. And your amazing PR publicist reached out and I was like, oh God, yes, I go there, 3 times a week. I have to have you on. So this was exciting. And I want to, what I always ask, I don't ask a lot of questions, but I asked is, when did you get the click, the light bulb moment to start this business? I want to hear your story.
My story starts when my youngest daughter, Michelle, was born.
Okay.
She had a very rare disease.
Okay.
That started the whole journey of our lives.
Yeah.
And just it was kind of like the moment where everything took a new perspective, a new route.
Yeah.
And when she was very, very sick, we ended up seeking treatment in the States. It was a very challenging experience for the whole family.
So where were you living?
We were living in Mexico City at the time.
Okay. Wow.
Both Jonathan and I were born and raised in Mexico.
Okay.
And we were happy with our lives in Mexico.
Yeah.
And a daughter named Natalie. And then everything was according to plan.
Yeah.
We thought we had everything laid out, how our life is going to look like, what are we going to be doing forever and ever. I was a lawyer. I loved doing what I was doing. And then Michelle happened and everything shifted. So she was very sick. She had this disease that was very rare. We ended up seeking treatment in Houston.
Oh, Houston. Okay.
She started chemotherapy when she was 5 months old. And
5 months old.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a very, very challenging experience. I was very young. She was very young. Natalie was 2.5 years old.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But we have a lot of support from our family.
Yeah.
And we have been blessed with having the opportunity to go and seek treatment.
Yeah.
Whenever is that we found the best doctor for this disease. So, because of that experience, as I started to finding ways to connect with my baby, because one of the biggest challenges for me was that I kept telling my husband, I don't know how to connect with this baby because I don't know that I know her. I don't know if she's crying because she feels sick. I don't know if she feels nausea. I don't know if she's just fussy and has a, I don't know, she's a difficult kid.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me to connect. And that was heartbreaking because I couldn't find a way to comfort her.
Wow.
She was very, very sick.
Yeah. I mean, that made me just choke up and cry. I mean, just how tiny a 5-month-old baby and having that sort of treatment. I mean,
for me, babies are like angels.
Yeah.
That fell from heaven. And they are full of love and energy and everything. And there I had this beautiful baby and I couldn't find a way to make her feel better. And it was very hard. She had a central line that went directly to her heart. So it was very hard to maintain it clean.
Oh.
It was a whole process. I became a nurse from one day to the other.
Yeah, of course.
And I was really, really trying to connect with her. And I found that I just wanted to do everything that I could in order to minimize the impact that the chemotherapy was having on her tiny little body. Because, like you have to find all of these forms, like, and this is the side effect from this, and this is the side effect.
Oh my God.
I just like couldn't wrap my head around everything that was coming in the future. Not only like the challenge that we being presented right there and but also like just knowing that we may never know what's going to happen until it happened. So I just became very attached to do anything that it was in my power to just try to minimize the secondary effects.
Yes.
We need to keep her alive and cure her disease and everything, but I wanted to have the least impact on the rest of her life. So I found that if they were drawing blood every week, just to see if the chemotherapy was working, how was everything going on inside her body.
Was she staying at the hospital still, or did you get to bring her home? Or
she never had to stay at the hospital.
Okay.
I had to go every week.
Oh, wow.
To do the chemotherapy.
The little injected. Yeah.
And through the central line on her.
Wow.
And then we went home, and then we came back the next week and do the same, like 6 months. But every time they were drawing blood, the doctor would be like, oh, her iron counts are very low. Please don't take her out of the house a lot because she can get like any infection. And I started reading, just like doing some research, like what can I give a baby that it's like very rich in iron. So I was like making her baby food with like a lot of spinach and beans and whatever. And then I would come back the next week and the doctor would be like, what did you do? Like her iron counts are so different. So
you were healing her.
I was trying to just support her body to fight this. So I became super apprehensive about food, about everything about it. I started studying and doing like these courses online and just like learning everything I could.
Yeah.
In order to just feed her super clean, organic, like highly nutrient foods.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that I did my part to help her recovery. And
you did. She's here right now, 18 years old.
And that's how this whole story began. So it became my purpose in life, just to learn and know and do as much as I could.
Wow.
And I dragged the whole family with her through this adventure. So we started just like eating super clean food, mainly vegan.
Okay.
And that's how we ended up moving from Mexico to the States.
Okay.
Just because this is 18 years ago. So it was very hard. As much as in Mexico, everything is like kind of farm to table, and we cook everything from scratch.
Oh, okay.
And we do these huge meals with the family. Just getting organic products was very, very hard. And also she was sick from her lungs.
Wow, yeah.
And Mexico is very high altitude. So I knew it was like she was always sick, her ears, her nose, her throat, like always in and out of the hospital, even after she recovered from the first disease that she had. So yeah, I say I want to start over. I want a new opportunity, and I want like cleaner air. And then Mexico is super
polluted. Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's how we choose to move to
California. Okay, so you guys, after everything in Houston, you decide. How did you pick San Diego?
When I was young, I always traveled to San Diego for like all the summers. My parents loved it here.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It's gorgeous. It's a great place.
Gorgeous. Yeah. People love it.
Yeah, we decided it needed to be somewhere where Jonathan can still commute for work. So
he still works?
Not now.
No, okay.
At that time, when we decided to leave everything behind and just move the family to the country, he said, it needs to be somewhere where I can go back and forth for work.
Close enough.
So it was my choices that I was given was Houston. That I am super grateful for that place and that hospital and everything, but I haven't been back, and I so it was Houston for its closeness to Mexico, Miami, or San Diego.
Okay.
So yeah, I was very attached to San Diego, and I took him here, and he loved it.
Oh, good.
And we decided that we wanted to start like over there and just create our own path. we moved. He was commuting for work. I was doing a program that I did in LA.
Yeah. Because there's so much about health and wellness is Mecca in LA. I mean, it's in California. Yeah.
We needed to have like a way to be legally in the States. So I started doing school. That's how we got the visa.
Oh, I see.
After doing, I did the Institute of Integrative Nutrition.
Okay.
And that's how I learned so much about like how to provide super nutrient-dense food and everything. But when I came here, like I've learned at that point that like being healthy, it's a lot more than the food. It's just like everything around it.
Oh, yeah. Mindset, it's so much of that. Yeah.
So spiritual program here in LA at the University of Santa Monica.
Yes.
In spiritual psychology.
Of course. So many of my friends have been. Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
And it changed my life because it was just what I needed. It took me forever to recover from the trauma of what we went through as a family.
I mean, I feel trauma. I mean, just that baby. Like, and then it's so nice to see her. What a beautiful girl right here. I mean, that's...
I hate when I talk about it. It sounds like I'm complaining when I'm not. Like, I'm grateful for everything. It was eye-opening. It shifted my, like, the way I think about everything. But it was very hard. And when we moved to San Diego and I started the program in spiritual psychology, I just got to heal everything.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it was so amazing just to give myself the time and the opportunity to just go inwards and just like try to understand everything that we went through, everything like just like the whole experience. Just pause for a minute and think about like how this impacted myself, me as a parent, as a wife, as a friend, as a mom.
Well, like you had to, you stopped being a lawyer.
I stopped.
You had another daughter. This is all happening, but there's not a lot of people that can say that you turned your trauma into your purpose. Yes. I mean, that's pretty remarkable, and I love that part of your story.
I just when I got the opportunity to heal everything and just starting to like, I always wanted to find an explanation for what happened to her.
Oh, wow.
And I always kept blaming me. So, because I was like so apprehensive and I took so much care of myself when I was pregnant and I wouldn't eat this and that. And, like I thought I'm always...
You were being the perfect mom. Oh.
It's terrible. So I thought I was doing the pregnancy thing perfect. And then my baby was staged when she was born. And they told me like, this is what you got. There's no way to know that she had this.
No.
Like, So my whole way of thinking got like a wake-up call. It's like, oh, I cannot just be perfect.
You're not in control.
That comes of everything. I have no control over anything. So when I did the program, I started to find out that there was another possibility that it didn't necessarily mean I was guilty. So that's how I started thinking, like, how can I shift this into something positive?
Yes.
Share with everyone all that I learned, because I got to experience firsthand the healing powers of food.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds tacky, but it's so true.
It's incredible.
So then I was like, how can I take this and make it the most amazing, happy, uplifting thing of my life? Because in the end, the final of the story is amazing. She got healed.
Yeah.
She is in like as healthy as anyone.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
This is a thing of the past. So I'm like, this is something happy that I need to share with the universe. Yeah. And that's how the whole journey started.
Well, because I always say everything's happening for me, not to me. So, but you have to have that attitude,
yes,
to turn things around, because you can just go in a really dark hole. A lot of people would have just crumbled. I
did have so long. And that was like, I kept telling why is everything happening to me?
To me, for me, victim.
Mentality.
Yeah.
And then my husband, I remember when she was super small, like we started, probably she was 2 months into chemotherapy, and she came.
Oh gosh.
A book. Why do bad things happen to good people? And I'm like, I want to kill him. How can he do this?
Oh no.
But now I understand, like, we get to choose how we go through the experiences of our lives. And he was in a different mindset, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yes.
Because at that time, I resented him so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, he doesn't love this baby, or what's the problem? But then I got to understand, thank God, he was going through this experience in such a, like, positive, different mindset.
Oh, wow.
Myself, because if not, I would have drawn...
crumbled it all. Like he was a rock. It sounds like he was a rock.
I trust everything is gonna be okay.
I love him.
Like, but it was great because my negative energy was very powerful, and so we needed to.
So you had to feel.
But that's when I finally get to understand what you're just saying.
Yeah,
I can, like, think about it in a different way. This is happening for me.
Yes,
and also for me was very important to. Not only for me, because then it would be like very small. It's like it's happening for everybody in the community that can benefit from what I went through, and just looking at that purpose healed my heart.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh,
that's how we started. It was a very fun journey. We did not know anything about restaurants or the food industry or anything, and like running a business in the States. So it's been, quite an adventure.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
When was the first one that you opened? Like, tell me about that whole, because it's so hard to have a restaurant that's successful. I mean, isn't the failure rate, it's very high. It's very.
They say it's like 10% of the restaurants that open make it. And like,
that's that's like real estate agents. There's like 90% leave the first year. I mean, it's but restaurants are very, very tough. And so where did you get the name Parakeet Cafe, which is so clever, and I just love it. And I love all of your branding and the way that you design the restaurants. They're all beautiful. And it says like birds of feather. Yeah. And it's all very branded, beautiful, aesthetic. I mean, you're obviously, beautiful and have, a great presence. So I want to hear about that, because I'm obsessed with entrepreneurs and like the whole journey, like how it went.
I think that the main reason why I think we made it is because I was never thinking about doing like a restaurant business empire and opening 12 locations. I was just thinking about how can I take this learning experience and share it with the universe. Like, how can I make this?
Wow.
Like, I just wanted to say like, oh, it was all worth it, because this wasn't like about me having to go through this. It was about me learning some skills and tools to support other people to be healthy and have a better quality of life.
Love. Yeah.
So that's always what I had in mind. Like, I just wanted to provide people the opportunity to understand how they can feed themselves in order to be healthy and to feel amazing.
Yeah.
And so we called it Parakeet because we wanted to get away of like the challenge and how difficult everything was in the beginning. Yeah. To make it like super fun and exciting and colorful and so
happy. Yes, I feel that. The happy restaurant, honestly.
It was not only about the food, it was also about the environment.
Yes.
We wanted the environment to be like a community gathering place where like-minded people can gather and just have fun and spend time with each other and feed their bodies and their soul. And so it's very important, the aesthetic of the place.
Yeah, of course. We love it.
But the colors and the fun patterns and just the name. Like, I want people, no one ever says Parakeet and doesn't smile.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I love that. So when was the first one?
2017.
Wow. So, and you guys made it through the pandemic.
We made it through the pandemic.
I mean, okay, so tell me the first one. Yeah.
We actually opened the Coronado location in the middle of the pandemic.
Oh, my God.
Which was crazy.
Well, everybody was around. It's just LA was so crazy shut down.
Was crazy busy because everyone that has like a vacational home.
Yes, of course. They were all there. I know, we sell down there too. So I know, I mean, people were out and about during pandemic. I would like go down there and sell, and there was no masks. And everybody's just like, how are you doing? And I'm like, go back to LA, and people are like, ah, what are you doing? You know, it was like two different countries almost. It was wild, but that's awesome.
Pandemic was a whole adventure because our first location was the La Jolla location.
Okay, La Jolla, which is, I mean, La Jolla, one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, the clientele.
That's our community. We live in La Jolla. We're local.
Yes, okay, perfect.
So we decided to open that restaurant first just because it was close to home.
Yeah.
It was like kind of the community that we knew.
Yeah.
And we found this tiny little spot where we decided to take the adventure of like going into the restaurant business.
Yes.
And I don't know if you've been to the La Jolla location.
No, I haven't. I haven't been in a while. So how did you just go to you and your husband were like, okay, well, let's go get like a commercial broker and let's find a little place and let's just move forward. I mean, like
we were already part of the community. We had a juice bar next.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Juice bar first.
Okay.
We partnered up with some people up in LA.
Okay.
They own juice crafters.
Yes, of course.
So we partner up with them. We opened juice crafters in San Diego.
So that was kind of like a franchise almost a little
bit?
Bit?
Partners.
Or partnering.
Yeah,
okay.
We partner with them.
Mm-hmm.
We opened the juice crafters in San Diego. We had like 4 locations alongside with them. So I am eternally grateful to them because they showed me a lot of what I need to know.
Yeah, you got your little feet wet doing that. Yeah.
So we started with a juice bar. The first location was also La Jolla. So we were kind of familiar with the community there. I was spending so much of my time at the juice bar and just like recommending things to people and just like connecting with the community and whatever. So people really trust us. And they kept telling Jonathan and I, like, you guys should open more like a restaurant. We need some hot options.
Yeah, some hot food.
And
yes.
Like oatmeal and whatever. So we were like, yeah, let's go into that. Like, it sounds fun. And for me,
sounds fun.
For me, it was so hard to find a place where I can get the food that I like to eat.
Yes.
And I kept driving them to vegan places, and they were like, Mom, please don't do that. And so I had like this note in my phone that has like kind of like the menu. So overnight oats for breakfast alongside with this and that and that and that. And
you were like making your menu on your notes app.
On my note.
And just you would go and be like, I wish I could get like oats with this in it. I wish I could get this kind of latte.
And that they use this kind of milk and that they use this kind of product.
And this weird oil is not involved. So you were just already creating.
I call it my vision board without even knowing.
Yeah, on your phone.
It was just like putting it out there in the universe.
I love you. You're so good.
And even when I was at the USM doing the spiritual psychology thing, I created this vision board about like opening a restaurant.
So it was on there.
And then I forgot about it. And then I pulled it out when I was doing like a little declutter of my house. And it's just Parakeet right there. And I'm like, this is unbelievable.
You already had it. You did it.
Yeah. So we started in La Jolla because we were like, okay, if this is what the community wants, let's do it. We kind of wanted to do our own thing where we can just be creative. So we kept the juicery, but we wanted to do like our own little adventure. And that's how we find this place right next door to the juicery.
Great.
Tiny. But we wanted to do something that was very unique, that was like representing who we are and what we want to put out there in the universe. And and that's how it all began.
Wow. And then did it start with a smaller menu?
The menu was tiny.
Okay.
We had a lot of like drink options that like adaptogenic lattes with like turmeric and ashwagandha and things like that.
Yeah.
Like at that time we were like doing that when no one else was doing it.
Yeah.
And then the food menu was very limited. I was still very like attached to the vegan eating. And so very, very limited like egg dishes, options, mostly vegan. But I think if I look at the menu that we started, it had probably 12 things on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And now it's just like very big.
No, it's full.
We're just going with the flow, like whatever the people want, we bring more of. Now it was more like my shop was more like a coffee shop, but that had a lot of like coffee alternatives because
yes, they amazing.
You can do like teas and adaptogenic lattes and wellness latte, whatever you want, and then kind of like a hangout spot or like after working out.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, people want more and more and more, and then honestly, Parakeet it's like a reflection of my whole healing journey.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, I was like super apprehensive with like vegan options and whatever. And then as I started to understand, like maybe we needed to be so apprehensive with her diet because her body was struggling.
Yeah. She's so little.
But someone who, how they always say like, there's no one size fits all when it comes to food.
Yeah.
And I understood that, like I was doing the same diet that she was doing. And then I ended up having a few like deficiencies. So I needed to go back to eating, ingesting a little bit of animal proteins, health quality. But like I got to understand that we like are individuals and we need to go about it like that. Like we all eat different things throughout. And even we change as we grow.
It has to change. Like Grant didn't eat meat for a long time. And then now he was like, no, I can have a burger now. I was like, all right. Because I'm like, meat. I just know I need meat. But like when I go to your restaurant, I always get the green goddess salad with the salmon.
That's my favorite.
It's literally my favorite. I don't even understand. It's just the most fresh salad I've ever had. And whatever the dressing is incredible. And then with the salmon. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat that there. But I'm glad that you do have like the chicken sausage and eggs on, so it's not like you're like, oh, disgusting. We're going to eat like the like grimy meat or something. Everything feels fresh and good. But if you're someone like me and needs whatever blood type I am, I have to have meat. So I'm so glad that you have those options there.
That's like how so I learned that throughout the journey, like first our commitment has always been super high quality.
Yeah, well, it is.
And then I really wanted people to know and experience that healthy food can taste amazing.
Yes.
Like there's no sacrifice in doing something with like super high quality products made from scratch, using only the best ingredients, super nutrient dense. So, but then I started to learn like I need to meet people where they are. So not everybody is like super attached to healthy foods as I am.
Yeah.
Like
or vegan or
whatever. Like my journey started very early on, but at that time I have been like super apprehensive with healthy choices probably for 10 years. But people are starting and I was like, I need to find people where they are.
Yes.
Make them feel more comfortable and offer like a broader spectrum of choices.
Yes,
where they
of
feel
course.
Safe, that it's food that they know, but it's done right without seed oils and without added sugars. To me, it's mind-blowing that people even like get surprised when I tell them like we don't add sugar to the dressings. Why would we? Like
no, it literally tastes like this like healthy lemon,
it's
just
like
fresh. Yeah,
apple cider vinegar, which is perfect for like
digestion,
like digestion, gut health, and just like glucose, and then olive oil, good fat.
Yeah, just olive oil,
and then some fresh turmeric root. Like why would you add any sugar to it?
Yeah, no, exactly.
So that's how I think like it just being like very organic. We just go wherever the wind blows.
Yeah,
and I just want to have options for everyone because I honestly believe that we're changing the way people view food.
Yeah. Well,
as soon as they give us the opportunity and experience it.
Yeah.
And my goal is like anything that I put on the menu, I need to eat it and never feel like overly full or like uncomfortable.
Yeah. And feel bad. And also I love your eclairs. You have like a coffee one and a chocolate one, and they're gluten-free. but they taste delicious.
They are delicious.
I mean, I love it. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm going to eat my healthy salad and get that with my eclair. Yeah, it's fine.
Do it.
Yes, and I always feel good.
We have been super fortunate that as we have been growing the business, we have been able to do more. And one of our biggest accomplishments, I think, it's just the people that we have working at the bakery right now.
Oh, wow.
So we have an amazing pastry chef who is a bakery director, and then he has a sous chef that is super talented. One is from France, one is from Belgium.
Oh, incredible.
And they just are so talented, but they make everything super in a like artsy way. They don't add anything that shouldn't be added. Everything is, as I'm saying, like seed oil free, and they don't add any more sugar. That like they don't want you to be addicted. They just want you to have the experience that like eating. I want to describe it as if you are cooking a cake for your kids' home. You wouldn't add these crazy ingredients,
like the weirdest
mental to their health.
Yeah,
you would try and buy like the best quality cacao and organic milk and the sugar that it's brown, but like just doing it right.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to provide, but it's very fun and exciting. And now we have like so many, we just made a keto cookie that it's beyond
it's so good.
But it has no grains and no sugar, and it's just so healthy.
Oh, I gotta try that.
It's so delicious. And it gets me very excited because it's like, guys, I'm trying to tell you, like, there's nothing bad about eating healthy and just making smart choices.
Totally. Yeah. Well, I love it. And so how did you decide to come? You opened 3 in LA, like Beverly Hills.
So we
2. Okay.
Brentwood and Beverly Hills.
Okay. Newport. Okay. Beverly Hills. I haven't been to that one yet, or the Newport yet, but obviously I'm in Brentwood. It's 5 minutes from my house. So I love that I get to go and discovered it. And I was like, what is this? This is so great. This is my new breakfast place to meet clients and see people. And it's like so fun. But so how did you choose the location in Brentwood? I mean, I love the location. Like how did that happen?
I just like spend so much time at the restaurants that I want to find a location that feels in alignment, that it's beautiful, that it's in a neighborhood that I want to see there all the time.
Of course.
And I don't know. I'm just like, whatever feels right.
Yeah.
It was like a big leap of faith to just come and open in LA because we live in San Diego. But it's been very fun so far. I think the community will be very appreciative of what we have to offer.
Yes, of course.
The new locations are gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think we have been improving a little bit as we go.
Oh, each time. Wow. That's great.
The Brentwood location, I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's perfect. And so one of my other guests on here, one of my best friends owns Plate Fit, which is right above Rachel.
We just did a collaboration with them. It was very fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's the best. And I take dancing lessons upstairs too. So it's a lot of like workout. And then some of my favorite people do all the Pilates and everything, so it's a very active community right where you put Parakeet, which I think was really a smart move, because people can leave their working, exercising, and then come straight in, which I think is great. Where's the Beverly Hills location?
Beverly Hills is in South Beverly Drive.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of, restaurants and things, right? It's great. That's like a mecca. It's like so many people go there from working in Beverly Hills to go eat lunch. I mean, I know that. So that's
and then the location came out beautifully. It's gorgeous. It's like a very fun environment to be in. And
yeah. And so what do you think kind of is up next? I mean, we were saying this because your daughters are going off or going to school.
Next.
Tell me.
I will have to survive the experience of having both of my kids going to college.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
As far as the business goes, we don't have any new openings on
the horizon. Yeah.
The horizon right now. We just want to keep improving what we're doing right now. There's always so many things. I always want to do better.
Yeah.
So there's always so many fun things we just moved to a bigger bakery because we grew so fast.
Oh yeah, and you're amazing chefs that you have. You're bakers. That's amazing.
The only thing that it's limiting for not doing more is the space. So we moved to a new location.
Wow,
which is a lot bigger. So now I'm into like trying to do our own gluten-free bread for the savory.
Oh,
because like we have so many gluten-free bread options that you can get as an alternative. But I think we can make our own sourdough gluten-free bread.
Oh wow!
You know,
I'll be all in. I can't wait.
Trying to find new creative ways of doing things better, and I think that's where I want to put my focus right now. Just in like everything that we're doing right now, just do it.
Okay, but keep your beautiful locations and just keep striving.
Yeah, and then if we find another amazing, exciting place, I know we will say yes because that's who we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing. We don't have any plans right now.
I know, because I was saying, what about the East Coast? And that's what you're like. Oh my God, it's like pushing.
I think like we get here and there like Instagram requests or emails or whatever.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
So like, you guys should come here. I'm from Austin and I'm from DC and I'm from wherever. And I'm like, yeah, they should benefit from having a Parakeet next door.
Yes.
And I honestly and truly believe that. But as you said, like the restaurant business is not easy.
Yeah,
you have like the manpower to make it happen. And
getting the right people in. Yeah.
I would love to be everywhere. Like going to the East Coast for sure would be something that I would love to do.
Yeah. I feel like it would do well.
And now that I'm gonna have more time to spend working, you never know.
I know. I feel like some exciting things.
I love what we do so much. And there's nothing that excites me more than being at the restaurant behind the register.
That's what I'm wondering. Do you go? Are you there? Oh yeah.
I go all the time. And it's just like very fun to be around. First, so many young kids because all the employees are kids and I just have too much fun.
Oh yeah.
But
everybody's so nice.
Customers, like whenever you get like the interaction with a customer when they ask a question and I can get to share why this is so important to me or the quality of how we like the ethos of the company, and then they show their appreciation. It's just like brightens my day because honestly, that's the reason why I do it. I just want to make people happy and take better care of themselves and experience firsthand how it feels to eat clean food done right. So I love spending time at the stores because it's when I can get like the instant gratification of, oh my God, you're amazing. Thank you for the salad. And,
Oh, I know. And it's like, oh my gosh, she had it again this week. Yeah. I was telling Grant and everything this morning too, is my husband looks so fit. He can wear the same clothes as he did from college. But just big doing nothing. But then he went and had an MRI and they said that he had extra like fat around organs. And that was the only thing, like they said that to him, was the only thing that got him. So he cut out bread and sugar and in 2 weeks lost 18 pounds. It's like literally like, that's males. I was like, what? But I brought him some of your food. And so now it's like when you change your mindset, like he just changed his mindset and he's like, oh yeah, let's go there. You know what I mean? Because the food's so good. It's like
so unfair. Just like one thing they cut up and everything.
I was just like, wait, what? Oh, wait, 18. Wait, that was in two weeks? You did exercise for it? I was like, wow. Because it's almost like he became allergic because we don't drink alcohol. And I think it was like something happened where it's like we became more allergic to gluten and sugar and everything. And so you have to watch it. It's like
what I've learned, and I don't know, but what I've learned is like it's not only gluten that it's so terrible. It's just the bread here is so high processed.
Yes, it's like fake ingredients.
Yeah, maybe if you go to Italy and have a bowl.
Yes, you're fine.
It's like this big, not this big.
Yeah.
Then you're fine. So so that's what we're trying to do. Just like make food right and like do the processes right in order for the gut to be able to digest
digest it. Yes, to be able to, yeah.
But yeah, I hear you.
He became like
It's amazing. And
he couldn't even process those kinds of foods anymore. Maybe we'll be able to, but I'm so glad there's options and wonderful places to eat and go.
Provide options.
Well, it's very true. And Brentwood needed it. And I'm just so happy and that we were connected. So this is so great. So everybody has to go to Parakeet Café in Southern California. And if you're not here, you're missing out. You need to come visit.
Come here.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Well, thank you. And we can find you on Parakeet Café on your Instagram.
Yes. Website.
Yeah.
parakeetcafe.com. Instagram. And now we have a TikTok account.
Oh, you even did. Oh, you're going. Oh, wait, Michelle, are you having?
Yeah.
Are you having to do that? Are you in charge of the TikToks?
No. She's not, but she was the one that opened the account.
Okay.
Tito. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you'd be good at it. I love that. Okay. All right. I'm so happy you came on.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
This was so much fun.
Yeah, it's so fun to hear.
Thank you for listening to my story.
No, I want to share your story. It's important. Everybody needs to know. It makes the business even more important, I think.
And it's an amazing reminder, like, of how much we work to get to where we are, of how much, like, gratitude I have.
Yes.
The whole journey, like, every step of the way has been, like, a huge opportunity to learn something new. The restaurant business is definitely super humbling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I love just sharing this story because it's, like, a great reminder of, like, wow, like, we've been through so much, and then here we are, and it's been amazing.
And Michelle's healthy. And sitting right here.
And for college.
Yes. So impressive. I mean, she's doing great. And and I think the good reminder too is do your vision boards. We always talk about it. Do it. Just make one. Your dreams can come true from there.
No, and like, I think the magic happened where, like, I wasn't attached to the outcome because I wasn't planning on opening a restaurant. I was like, I built it as a project. What would bring me joy, like,
yes,
that would be fun and creative and this and that. And it's not that I was looking for an outcome. I was looking for the experience.
Yeah.
Of how I feel what would make me feel, like, excited.
And proud.
Inspired.
Yes. Yeah.
Creative, So, yeah.
And you didn't build it like, oh, I've got to build this so I can get it to this, and then private equity can buy it, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it's not like that. It's like,
never.
No. But you can feel the love there. So that's great. Oh.
Everyone do a vision.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody. I'm Shelton Wilder, and welcome to Wilder Possibilities Podcast, where each episode follows an entrepreneur's journey into the transformative power of that light bulb moment where everything clicks. I call that the click. Those pivotal points that redefine our futures, illuminate paths to success, and even change the world. Now let's get wilder.